Hi guys, this is our first video in our brand new channel, and we started having this idea to create this channel as we are a bunch of avid football fans, and we just want to have an outlet in which we can share our view and thoughts. So as a start, I'll start off with introducing myself. My name is Peter Parker, and I'm a avid Liverpool fan. So next, we go to Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack Sparrow. I'm a diehard Man United fan. Please join me on here.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I am Harry Potter, and I'm a diehard Manchester United fan. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
Transfer deadline ended.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the transfer deadline for Man United?
It is a pretty disappointing window. I thought we would sign a centre back, but other than that, I'm raring to go.
Yeah,
How about you?
How about you? You must
I
be
think
pretty
Liverpool
happy.
had a very good transfer window. They bought key signings, especially a top class keeper in Alisson.
Are you
I
sure?
think from the highlights we have seen and from the scouting report, I think it's a very good signing. So
what do you think about Naby Keita?
I think Naby Keita is like the Liverpool's version of Paul Pogba.
I think he's overrated.
What about you, Mr. Jack?
I think he's nowhere near Pogba.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure about that
too. You shouldn't compare him to Pogba yet.
No, you can't ever compare him to Pogba. Pogba is the best midfielder to ever grace the generation right now.
I think
he won the World Cup.
He will be the top scoring midfielder, Mr. Naby Keita, for this season.
Let's even see if he can play ahead of Henderson.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. Let's discuss some serious issues right now.
So let's start with the first topic, which is the flop and the signing of the season for this upcoming season. So for the signing of the season, I'll start off first. I think it would be Fabinho from Liverpool, because I think Liverpool did not have the very defensive-minded player who was very calm and comfortable on the ball. And at 35 million, I think it's a very good price to get a very good defensive midfielder. And I think it will give a very good assurance to Liverpool's backline. So how about you guys?
Okay, I think Jorginho for Chelsea is a very good signing. The reason is because Sarri is new to EPL. So he needs players he can trust, and Jorginho is a player he can trust. And Jorginho is the pivot to how Chelsea is going to play this season. When Jorginho ticks, Chelsea will tick. That's why I think he will be the best signing this season. How about you, Jack Sparrow?
I personally think Fred will make his mark for Man United, regardless of the competition in play with Pogba and Matic, whereby Tom McKennie is also doing good. Hopefully he does his best and shine out there.
But I think Fred will be a very essential signing, but I don't think he would be that much of a big difference for Man U. I think he would just an okay signing. He wouldn't make Man U better or worse.
No, I don't think so. I think Fred is a very good signing, especially when we don't have someone who will press the ball high up the field. The last season's play from Manchester United was very stagnant. They actually waited for the opponent to come into their half and to dictate the play. Right now with Fred, what we get is the first line of defense. He will always rush out of his position to tackle the ball. He's a very hard tackler. And I think because of him, I mean, as cliche it sounds, Paul Pogba will be free. What do you think, Jack Sparrow, about that?
What you said is very, very true. Pogba will make the difference for this season. Same as Fred. I really hope he does well.
Okay, Ken. So next is we'll go for the flop of the season. So I think the flop of the season will be from Arsenal. Will be the defender Socrates, because whenever I see him play, he's like another version of Mustafi, and I think Arsenal need like a very calm defender. But if Mustafi and Socrates plays together, I think he will cause a lot of fouls. And if I'm not wrong, Socrates will be the first choice defender, because most of their defenders, Mertesacker, I think, has left. Karen Chambers went to Fulham as well. So they are short in that area. And I think Socrates will be the first choice, and he will cause a lot of trouble for Arsenal. And a lot of fouls, a lot of yellow cards, a lot of penalties. So people might think he's a very good player, especially the Arsenal fans, but I beg to differ. So how about you?
I think that's the same as Torreira. I think the three at the back line, Torreira, Socrates, and Mustafi, they are prone to error. What I mean by prone to error is they are very clumsy with the ball. They are just hard tacklers and all that. They are not the type like, the Koscielny kind of player. They will bring out the ball from the back, or as cliche it sounds, it's like Sol Campbell. He will at least play even though he's a hard tackler. Arsenal are just forgetting that they do not have the calm filler on the ball, especially at the back of their defense. Like they got Hector Bellerin, they got what's his name, Mustafi Socrates, but their left back, I think they should play Monreal, because Monreal is the reason why he's the calm collective filler on the ball, and they don't have. What do you think about that, Jack?
For now, I don't think there will be a flop. There will be a flop, but I'm not very sure who is going to be, and I'm just going to wait for PTL, man. Let it start.
Oh, okay.
Very positive.
By positive thinking, but I think the flop will be from Liverpool. It's going to be Alisson, because other than the Roma games against Liverpool, we haven't actually saw him play, and preseason means nothing actually. And Alisson in the World Cup, he was actually poor. He wasn't decisive coming out of the ball. I don't know why Brazil went with him. He should have been Ederson, but I don't know why Alisson played. But for a keeper, you need to be calm, and especially in the EPL, strikers are hard on you. It's not like in the Italian Serie A that the strikers are dropping all the way. They are taking a long shot, but in EPL, you saw how David De Gea struggled. You saw how Courtois struggled at the start. So Alisson is going to be a flop. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player, but he's not going to be the player we all think he is. What do you think about that, Peter?
I think, like what you said, it's too early to judge also. But there's a lot of hype around him, and if he makes a mistake in the first few matches, then everyone would compare him straight to Karius. So he got a lot of pressure on him. But I think if he handles the pressure well, and if the defense helps him, then especially Fabinho, the defensive midfielder, then I think slowly he can get to the groove of the EPL, and slowly he can be one of the top goalkeepers in the Premier League.
I really think he will flop this season also, because the play is different.
So the next topic we're going to talk about is the top assist and the top goal scorer for the EPL. So Jack Sparrow, why don't you start first?
I really think Sanchez would perform very well this season. So as for my choice, Sanchez, hopefully he's the top assist in EPL.
Okay.
I feel that Sanchez will do really well this season, but not in terms of assists or goals. He's going to be the crucial factor where we're going to attack through him. But I think the top assist this season is going to be Eden Hazard. After this World Cup he's just going to be excellent. He's going to play on the left of Sarri's 4-3-3, and he's going to be the main point of attack. And every team needs a main point of attack. He's going to be the one who's going to drop deep, get the ball, carry it forward, and play the final pass to a goal. Let's just say Kevin De Bruyne, he's also a very good shout for this top assist. But Eden Hazard, after that fantastic World Cup, he's just going to carry on where he left off.
But I think it has to be Kevin De Bruyne. Like, there's no argument about that. I don't think Sanchez and Eden Hazard will ever come close to Kevin De Bruyne in terms of assists or creativity. So I think it's an easy choice for me. It's Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes, correct. It's Kevin De Bruyne who has the creativity and all that, but he only has one finisher in the team, which is Sergio Aguero. Gabriel Jesus was poor in the World Cup, so I don't think he's going to start ahead of just Sergio Aguero. But Alexis Sanchez, he has Lukaku who's going to score lots of goals. For Chelsea, they have Giroud. He might not score a lot of goals, but he's going to bring in a lot of players into the play. He's going to bring in a lot of players into the box for them to score. Let's just say Giroud did for France in the World Cup. Griezmann, Mbappe, they had wonderful opportunities, and at the back, Pogba creating it. Hazard is going to take over that role. And what I'm trying to say, Hazard is a great player. Kevin De Bruyne is a great player, but who he's going to be surrounded with? Man City has goals everywhere. Sane is going to assist. Sterling is going to assist, but for Chelsea, he's going to be the main guy. He's going to take the responsibility to do it.
Yes, true. I think it can be a tough fight, but I think the main choice for the assist should be Kevin De Bruyne. So next up, we can go to the top scorer for the upcoming season. So what are your choices?
My choice will be Aguero. I think he's going to outclass Gabriel Jesus. I really hope Jesus doesn't play. My point of view, after the World Cup of shit, so Aguero has to do it. He has to be the man.
Okay. Then for myself, I would say it's actually a very close race for the top scorer for the upcoming season. We have Salah, Harry Kane, even Lukaku. But I think the choice for the top scorer for this year's EPL, I think, would be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I think he's a
He's
world
not even
class.
going to play as a striker. He's not even going to play as a striker. He's going to play on the left.
No, but I think he would be the main man. I think people may think that just because he's playing on the left, he wouldn't get as much chances or as much goals. But I think I beg to differ. I think he would score a lot of goals. He would be the main man, like how Suarez was for Liverpool. I think Aubameyang would have the same impact, and with his speed, I think last season was just a season for him to get used to the league, and he already scored a lot of goals. So this upcoming season, he would show his true potential.
Yes, correct. Actually, last season, he did very well, especially the games he played. I think he had 12 goals in like 15 games or 10 games. I'm not too sure. But something to do with like a goal per game. So, and that mainly is because Aubameyang was the main man. But Lacazette actually played excellent. So I think the difficulty for Unai Emery is going to be putting Aubameyang, Ozil, and Lacazette in the same team. And on the right, I'm not too sure who he's going to play. But maybe
plus Mkhitaryan also.
Mkhitaryan, yes, correct. He's right. Mkhitaryan is going to play on the right. So it's going to be a very free flow of football. And my shout for the top goal scorer is going to be Big Romelu Lukaku. Everyone underestimates him. Everyone says his first touch is not so good. But apparently, on statistics wise, his first touch is better than Messi and what's his name, Giroud and all that. But let me tell you, Big Rom is going to get a service from Sanchez, Paul Pogba, and Lingard. And this season, Mourinho actually played us out. He keeps saying that we are not here, we are not there, but I think that Manchester United is going to be up there, and especially with Romelu Lukaku firing, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be up there with Harry Kane, Mo Salah. Actually, I don't think Mo Salah is going to score lots of goals this season. It's going to be everyone will know how to mark him, but nobody knows how to mark Big Rom because he's a beast.
I think Lukaku wouldn't score that much goals. I think he wouldn't even be in the top 3 for the top goal scorer for this upcoming season. I think he would be doing well at the start and at the end of the season, but midway he would be off form, and then Sanchez would take over his place or something. He's a very confident player. If he's feeling good, if he's on form, he would score a lot of goals. But if he's not on form, he doesn't really do that much, in my opinion.
I think if Mourinho plays the 3-5-2, I think we have a lot of chances for Lukaku. Whether he's not confident or not, I'm pretty sure he's going to score a lot. If if Mourinho plays the 3-5-2, if he's going to play the 4-3-3, Lukaku has a hard time. Will have a hard time scoring lots of goals because the main focus of attack is going to be from Sanchez and maybe whoever plays on the right, Mata or Lingard. So I hope he plays the 3-5-2, even though I'm not a fan of it, just for the sake of Lukaku and Sanchez playing up top.
Okay, so
Yes,
our final topic is the top 6 for this upcoming season. So we'll start off.
Let's go for a break. Maybe we're back maybe in 2 minutes time.
Okay.
Now we predict the 4th and 3rd placing. So now we start from Peter Parker.
Okay, so for the 4th position, I think it is gonna be Manchester United.
No.
Hear me out first. I'll explain to you the reasons. So I think
sure.
this transfer window is a transfer window. I think the worst transfer window I've ever seen for Manchester United. Fred, which is a relatively unknown signing. Dalot, really
Portuguese under 19.
Portuguese under 19. But I think Mourinho is not the man to guide youngsters. I think he's more suited for.
He guided John Terry when he was 23 years old. He guided Ricardo Carvalho. He guided Sergio Ramos.
I think they all had the quality, and they all had the name before he entered in. I think this Diego Dalot, no one has heard of him, even though Diego Dalot. Even though a lot of channels or a lot of people have actually said he's a very underrated player, but I think he will. Even if he's
Manchester need is underrated players, not the Falcao's, Di Maria's, who's gonna come in and just waste the jersey number.
But yeah, even though they are all did not prove in Manchester United, I think because of the manager at that time, I think it was, if I'm not wrong, it's LVG.
Yes, it was him.
So I think the manager and the players did not click well. So yeah, as I was saying, Fred is unknown. Dalot is still a youngster, and even if he's gonna be good, it will take a long time. And finally, Lee Grant,
goal not granted.
He's not gonna do anything. Lee Grant.
The problem
with the backup of the
haters, right? The problem with the haters is when Man United spend the money to buy players, they will say it's not necessary. When we don't buy players, we buy average kind of players. It's also a problem.
Very simple. True. You know what's the phrase now? Hated, adored, but never ignored.
Well said.
Great Devils for life.
I think my last point is they are very top heavy, and their midfield, even if Fred performs, it would be Pogba, Fred, and I think the Pereira. But behind them, the centre back, I don't know who's gonna be a top class centre back, because I think
it's not
Bailey,
really a problem. As long we don't play Chris Smalling and Phil Jones together, or at least they don't even play at all, it's gonna be a decent. If we start the season off with a Lindelof and a Bailey partnership, and they can go like a 5 to 6 games with a decent performance, I think their backup should be Marcus Rojo. After him, then it should be the two English centre backs, Chris Smalling and Phil Jones. These two shouldn't even be kicking a ball. To be honest, they have already used up all their chances, and we know Manchester United actually gave them back another bag full of chances, and they have already used it. They have actually used 2 big full chances, and they are still at Manchester United. Apparently, this is Smalling's 9th year at Manchester United. I do not know how on earth have we played this long. So if we start the season off with a Smalling Bailly or a Smalling Jones or a Smalling Lindelof, GG.com.
I think my last point, this is my last point, is their fullbacks. Their fullbacks are old, and since Mourinho is not going to use Luke Shaw, so their fullbacks are not the new age fullbacks where they go up and down, and that would cause a lot of problems. And I can even make a prediction that if Man U reaches the first or second position, the only way is if they sack Mourinho midway through the season. I think that's the only way. So now for the third position, even though I'm a Liverpool fan, I need to be realistic and I'll keep my hopes low and I'll say they'll be finishing in the third position. So yeah, they have made very good signings, quality signings in Fabinho, Shaqiri.
Please don't act humble, bro. Don't
No,
act humble. Deep inside your heart, I know. We know.
but I don't want
We
to
know
say
that
anything.
they are not going to win anything this season. Just
I
like
don't
any
want
other
to.
season.
If I say that they win, they're gonna win, and if they do not win, I think
This
it might be
is going to be a
embarrassing for
meme.
me.
This is going to be a meme.
Yeah, so that is why I think a third position where they challenge the league leaders, I would be happy with, but with a trophy, any trophy, just for Liverpool fans to have a piece of silverware because it's been like around the last silverware was the Carling Cup, like around 7-8 years ago, and that was when Kenny Dalglish was the manager. So it was a very long time ago. So I really hope
King Kenny.
yes, he's the greatest player for Liverpool.
I agree with that for Liverpool.
So yeah, so my third position is Liverpool.
Okay, for me, the fourth position is going to be Tottenham. Yeah, like you all said, they have not made any signings, but I feel that they actually have the quality all over the pitch, especially if Toby Alderweireld, Hugo Lloris, and if Danny Rose plays instead of Ben Davies. Not Ben Davies. What's his name? Left back.
Ben Davies. Yeah, I think it's
His
Ben
name is
Davies.
Ben Davies. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Ben Davies, and Trippier on the right, and in the middle, they are midfield three. Ericsson has to get hold of the ball even further up the field. Harry Kane is going to be up there with the top goal scoring charts, and what's his name? Lucas Moura has looked good in the preseason.
Yeah, I forgot about Lucas Moura.
So
Yeah,
and on the left, if it's going to be Heung-min Son or Dele Alli, it's not going to matter because Dele Alli, for me, I don't rate Dele Alli at all. He's not even he shouldn't even be in the Tottenham squad. He should be Heung-min Son, and on the right should be Lucas Moura. So I think that's a very fantastic team, and the reason why they are going to be fourth is because they don't have squad depth. That's the only reason why, and they need to cope with Champions League football. So on the third place is going to be Liverpool. The reason is because they're going to be up there.
Can't be.
You just said they're going to be the third place.
I think they should at least be above Manchester United.
No, not really. But if that's a trophy for you all, yeah, then so be it lah.
I think I can't see how Manchester United
finishing above Manchester United is a trophy for you all. Then I think you all have like probably 2 to 3 EPL, if I'm not wrong, or maybe yeah. But so I think it's Liverpool. It's not because they don't have the quality. They're going to be up there with the rest, with the Manchester clubs. But for me personally, I feel that Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's football is too attacking. He's not going to do well in EPL because you have to play against some teams defensively, some teams attackingly, some teams with possession, and Jurgen Klopp don't have that. He don't have tactical sense. That's what I personally feel that way. So I don't think they will be up there. They will be up there with the means of Manchester clubs, but they do not have the enough tactical awareness, especially what Pep, Mourinho, or Pochettino has to even be there. Like for example, Sarri and Unai Emery, they have even more tactical awareness compared to Jurgen Klopp. That's what it's gonna be a downfall for Liverpool. So yeah, that's my fourth would be Tottenham and third will be Liverpool.
As for me, I would say fourth, I'll go for Man City. They had a great season last year.
Can't be Man City. They are I think they are, in my opinion.
They got 100 points in the last. They have the most points in EPL.
Yeah.
Ever.
So I truly believe there will be a change this season because the other teams are really on fire. As for their signings and all, I really think Cordella will flop this season. That's the point. Then as for my third position, I will give it to Arsenal, whereby I think they can really make it this season.
But Arsenal signings are all not really quality signings.
It's not quality signing, it's individually they are very good. As together, I'm sure they will catch it up.
I think
Okay.
what I feel is Arsenal will be up there. They won't settle for a top four finish, but the Europa League is going to take a toll out of them. They do not have squad depth, to be honest. I'm not too sure if they actually signed Ramsey on another deal. And so what to be third in the EPL, you really need some squad depth, and I think Arsenal haven't had that, especially with the Europa League. We saw how Manchester United struggled with the Europa League. Yeah, we won it, but thank God we won it. Especially that year when we didn't have like good teams like Sevilla and all that in the in the Europa League. So thank God. So I don't think Arsenal can emulate that, but I mean they are 11 or they are 15 is a good 15. So a top four finish is good for them. Okay, let's just go to the crust of it. Our second and first placing. Yeah, let's ask Peter Barker to start with it.
Okay, so for the second position, I think it will be Chelsea. Okay, before the latest couple of signings, I thought they would be finishing around fourth or fifth, but by adding Kovacic, I think we can argue that they have the best midfield in the Premier League. Kante, defensively one of the best. Jorginho, one of the best ball-playing midfielders. And Kovacic, one of the best box-to-box midfielders. Then to that, you add uh, Eden Hazard and Willian. And there's a young player, Hudson-Odoi. And all that playing attacking football, Sarri ball, as they call it. I think they really would perform very well and give Man City a run for their money. And I think the new keeper is actually we actually just broke the world record because Alisson was the one who broke the record before that.
That's because David De Gea is not for sale and he's priceless.
Yeah, I agree. David De Gea is the second best keeper in the world behind Oblak.
He's the best keeper in the world. Thank God to the fax machine.
Why Oblak?
Why Oblak? Why?
Oblak is
have Oblak still 14 saves against Arsenal?
No, I don't know about.
Has he made an online clearance against Sergio Aguero?
I think David De Gea is better acrobatically. He makes more.
No, he's better in every sense because he plays behind Smalling and Jones.
Okay, that point I agree because Atletico's Madrid defense.
Yeah, you mentioned Atletico Madrid's defense is crazy, but Manchester defense is equally crazy, but in the other way.
I think it's a tough battle. I think both of them very close.
Let's just put Oblak at the back of these two, Smalling and Jones. Let's just see how many goals he will concede. He won't even keep a clean sheet a game.
I can't agree with
anyone wants to disagree with that?
I think David De Gea is good, but Oblak is very good as well.
Okay, I agree that they are both good, but De Gea is the better one. Best keeper in the world.
So, that's why I put Chelsea in second place. And for the champions, it has to be Man City. I know they have made only one signing, Riyad Mahrez, which I think they don't necessarily need. I think the only position that they need was a central midfielder to replace Fernandinho because he's getting old. And they actually wanted Jorginho, but he went to Chelsea. But even if they have no signings, I think they would still be the champions. Their attack alone can make them champions. They have Sterling, Sane, both the Silva, Aguero, Jesus. I'm sure I forget a few more. I think Pep Guardiola, even though I in my opinion, is a very overrated coach, and the only way he wins is by money. This team, Man City's team, is too good right now. Their quality is too high right now, and they would win the league not as comfortable as previous as last season, but they would win maybe around 5 to 6 points gap. Yeah, up to you.
Okay, as for me, I will say my second prediction will be Liverpool. Yeah, is deadly with their new fielders, Kita and being awesome. But so is what's gonna happen is they will finish second. They will be close to my first choice, Man United. I am biased. They will be very close, but they won't get there. That's my point. Up to Harry Potter.
Okay, I feel that
My first
second
choice
is
will
gonna
be Man United. As for me, my first choice will be Manchester United. I am biased. With the defensive football of Mourinho, I think he should really change that and play some attacking football. I think with the players this season, they are more confident and they are more gelled up with each other. So hopefully things go right.
okay, for me, the second team is gonna be Manchester City. This is because the first is gonna be Manchester United. So every other team is gonna be behind us. And I personally feel Manchester City will definitely be a very strong team. But at the back end of the season, the teams knew how to counter Manchester City. Just watch Liverpool, just press them high. Just see second half of Manchester United against Man City. When Manchester United started taking the ball towards them, everything was different. So teams like Everton, West Ham are going to take the game to them. They are not going to sit back and let them attack and attack. So they will be there within the 78 to the 85 points. But Manchester United is going to win every game. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. We're gonna go. We're gonna go game by game. We're gonna do it. Manchester United is gonna do it. All the negativity around us. This is gonna be a good thing for Jose Mourinho to thrive under, and especially for players like Pogba, Lukaku, all of them. They are now below the shadow. Like below the limelight. They get to do what they usually do. The first 10 games is gonna determine who's gonna be the champion this year. So whichever team, because every team is gonna lose points. Every team is gonna fight for that number one. We have top. To be fair, it's not only the 6 teams. Everton have signed on the deadline day. They have signed the Yerry Mina, Bernard. They have signed Andre Gomez. They are actually as good as Tottenham right now. So anything can happen. Especially West Ham also. They are up there with the rest of the team. So I'm not gonna start the season off by saying Manchester United is not gonna win the league. So every year, no matter how bad the team is, whether if it's a Moyes team or Louis Van Gaal team, I stick behind them. And I'm gonna say Manchester United is gonna be the number one team with the 18 and 19 season. Okay, to the rest of y'all who are watching, thank you for keeping up with us. This is our first time, so if there's any issues or anything, just leave a feedback in the comments. Don't be too harsh on us. We are just 3 guys who are sharing our opinion about football.